Now, meteorologist Marty with Southern Colorado's most accurate forecast.
Pretty nice day underway. Good looking blue sky. The wind not terribly strong. Our temperatures have recovered pretty nicely from what was a pretty chilly overnight for many of you. 46 degrees right now. Ceramic Landscape Materials and Supply and Fountain. We're 42 in Pueblo West. In general, the coolest air has been stuck across low-lying areas, and that'll probably be true for the remainder of the afternoon, though you should all expect to continue warming some. Well, we're not going to expect too much to happen through the area overnight tonight. Skycast shows maybe a few clouds over the mountains. And later on, perhaps some mountain wave clouds could develop along the front range. You'll notice as we get past midnight, start to see a little bit more white and gray here along I-25. So if that's the case, we could wake up to a real pretty sunrise tomorrow. Overnight shouldn't be quite as chilly as it was last night, especially along the front range where most of us will hang out in the 20s. But low-lying areas may dip back into the teens, and that's probably true for the higher terrain as well. Could be a little breezy at times over near the mountains. During the day tomorrow, that California system will start to spread a little rain and snow into Colorado. Now, most of this will come down as some scattered snow showers over the high country, but there could be a few raindrops over the valleys. And then notice during the afternoon, the clouds are increasing here along I-25 as well. Sort of like a summer afternoon, that buildup of clouds could lead to a few sprinkles or showers. We're not really expecting much, but you do see that Skycast shows a little green and some blue on the map around the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and we could occasionally see some of that pop up around Teller County as well. So don't be surprised if you get spit out a little bit tomorrow afternoon. But in general, tomorrow looks like a pretty nice day. We'll go with temperatures in the 50s and 60s along the front range, with 30s and 40s out across the mountains and mountain valleys. Most of El Paso County probably going to avoid any real strong wind gusts tomorrow, but it will be a little bit breezy with speeds of maybe 10 to 20 miles an hour. Could even have a few gusts up around 25 over the mountain areas. And we're likely going to see some pretty decent wind gusts on occasion south and west of Pueblo too. Again, maybe up around 25 miles an hour with lesser wind as you start to head east. And that's the reason that you see the temperatures tick down a little bit as we head into Pueblo and go on eastward from there. All right, on to the next 7 days, and we've talked a little bit about the weekend already. We certainly expect we're going to get colder. How much colder? Well, that's going to be a little tough to say. This is going to be kind of a crazy day Saturday where northeastern Colorado, where you see some of the whites on the map, could be stuck in the single digits, and where you see the greens on the higher terrain south and west of Pueblo, well, quite frankly, we could be well into the 60s. So with a 60-degree temperature range somewhere across eastern Colorado, it's a little difficult to know how cold we're going to be. I do think some of this will come into the area. At least will drop off from Friday's values. And they will likely stay pretty cool on Sunday. Might have a few flurries around during either afternoon. Then the heart of the colder air looks to settle up against the mountains Monday and Tuesday. If that happens, then we'll end up real gray and we'll be stuck in the 20s. Pueblo will go with 60s and breezy conditions on Friday. Figure on 30s this weekend. Some low clouds around, maybe a couple of flurries. Nothing much coming out of the sky, though. Then 20s for Monday and Tuesday. Might take us until about the latter half of next week to really scour out some of this cold air if it does in fact settle up against the front range. Canyon City will go with 60s on Friday again, and then we'll go with 40s for you during the weekend. Might be just a little bit warmer up high around the terrain. 20s, though, I think will happen for you too by Monday and Tuesday, and Teller County, quite frankly, could avoid most of the cold air through the weekend. We'll keep you in the 40s. Might have a few flurries around tomorrow afternoon, then again Sunday afternoon. But if that cold air is really going to come into those higher elevations, it wouldn't appear to do so till Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be a fun weekend to watch for us. I have no idea exactly what's going to happen, but I quite frankly believe we'll have single digits in northeastern Colorado and 60s around Trinidad. So it's going to be a little nutty.
Wow. You know, when meteorologists call it fun, that makes me nervous.
Same.
It's impressive.
All right. Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.